Hello friends, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the videos. Thank you for your support. The new version of Honda's small SUV deserves a Most Improved award for addressing all our complaints, except the acceleration. Pacific Northwest loggers run the mountain roads with flat-footed confidence, even in the rain, and because it's almost always raining, they've had lots of practice. It was raining during our test drive of the 2023 Honda HR-V, and the 18-wheeler in the rearview mirror came up behind us like it was auditioning for a remake of Duel. To avoid becoming a Peterbilt hood emblem, we put the pedal down. Floored, the HR-V made more noise, but, in disappointing CVT-equipped fashion, did not go noticeably faster. Just as we were preparing to be absorbed into a truck grille, the straight uphill road took a right, then a left, and then a fun series of sweeping curves. The truck slowed down, and the HR-V swept through at full speed. It was the first of several pleasant surprises from the redesigned small Honda. The HR-V is not a car with a reputation for fun surprises. Since its introduction in 2016, it has been a sensible and uninspiring choice of transportation, a vehicle meant to solve the basic problem of transportation with a little extra space. The redesigned HR-V is hoping to shed its reputation for dull driving while holding on to its promise of value and practicality. To do so, Honda moved it from the tiny and now departed Fit platform to the larger Civic underpinnings while giving it a tad more horsepower and a lot more personality. The new model is nearly 10 inches longer and 3 inches wider than the first-generation HR-V, with less stubby proportions and a growly front fascia. Yes, you're so tough, little SUV. The exterior rework brings wide LED lights in front and rear, dramatically framed inlets and patterned grilles in the nose, an angled hatch, and a clean roofline. Thanks to roof panels that are laser brazed, which leaves a smooth finish, it won't go down in the annals of groundbreaking automotive design, but we found it sort of endearing, like an angry hamster. Inside, things are more appealing and less raging rodent. The seating position is lower and more car-like than in the outgoing model, which sat the driver high and upright. The seats are patterned fabric in the LX and Sport trim and leather in the top XL, offering a pop of texture across all levels. The pillowy dash echoes the Civic with an unbroken line of honeycomb mesh across all the vents. The steering wheel is thickly padded. The car is more cohesive and stylish than the previous generation, with a good mix of physical buttons and digital displays. The center console is a work of ergonomic art, with a tall shifter, deep cup holders placed forward and out of the way, and several places to store or charge a phone, including a pass-through that gives the passenger access to their own phone storage and USB charging. The XL trim we drove also offered wireless charging in the front tray. While upper touch points are squishy soft, the plastic lower on the door panels has a wavy corrugation. It hides scuffs, adds rigidity to the large door pockets, and is both a clever and an attractive solution to an area of the car that gets a lot of rough handling, or, more accurately, footing. If you're still hung up on the lower seating position, a higher viewpoint is one reason people have moved to SUVs. We assure you that visibility in the new HR-V is vastly improved. The belt lines of door and hood are lower, the A-pillars are thinner, and the driving position is more comfortable while offering a better view. Honda says the front seats were redesigned with more internal structure to offer support and a better posture. And after a full day of outrunning trucks and chasing waterfalls in blatant defiance of TLC's advice, we agree that whatever is happening inside the seat cushions makes a positive difference. The new seat is not only soft and supportive but also highly adjustable. Between that and the good sightlines, we'd put the new HR-V high on a list of recommended cars for folks of smaller stature. Tall drivers will still fit fine behind the wheel, and the rear seats lean back and offer more padding than the outgoing models. So even though this utility vehicle is small, the passengers don't need to be. If it's stuff you're carrying, you may be saddened to hear that the magic seat, which offered the option of flipping up the rear seat bottom for more hauling space, is a casualty of the new chassis design. Unless you're regularly taking your fiddle leaf fig for a drive, we'd say it's a fair trade for the much more comfortable back seat and the excellent handling characteristics. General cargo space is slightly decreased behind the rear seats, but they still fold flat, so you can carry plenty of shorter plants, a bicycle, or all your dirty laundry on your way to your parents' place for spring break. Features and pricing are simplified from 2022. There are 3 trims, each standard is front-wheel drive, with all-wheel drive a $1,500 option. The base LX starts at $24,895, while the top trim XL requires $28,695. The engine and transmission are unchanged by trim choice, and all of Honda's safety-related driver aids come standard on all models. The XL gets the 8-way adjustable leather seats, a sunroof, dual-zone climate control, and a 9.0-inch touchscreen infotainment interface, among other audio and tech upgrades. We liked the sport trim's black accents, orange interior stitching, and lower $26,895 price. Honda famously doesn't offer mechanical or convenience options on any given trim, but the all-wheel drive XL we had in for testing was slathered in Nordic forest paint that added $395 to its bottom line. Its $30,590 total price is pretty much the most you can pay for one of these. The HR-V powertrain remains unsatisfying. It's better than the last one, but by so little, they shouldn't have bothered. The previous loud and lethargic 1.8-liter 4-cylinder made 141 horsepower, getting the all-wheel drive vehicle an EPA rating of 28 mpg combined. The new model's 2.0-liter engine, also borrowed from the Civic, makes 158 horsepower, is still loud and lethargic, and helps the all-wheel drive version get a 27 mpg combined EPA rating. But this new HR-V did prove more efficient on our 75 mph highway fuel economy loop, averaging 32 mpg, an improvement over the outgoing model's 30 mpg showing. In performance testing, the XLAWD reached 60 miles per hour in 9.4 seconds, quicker than the 10.1 clicks the previous version needed. Performance falls off quickly, as a full quarter mile takes 17.3 seconds, only 0.5 seconds better than before. Honda made some attempt to quiet it down with a polished crankshaft and a low-friction cam drive, but it still howls and shivers when you floor it. The CVT behind it plays make-believe as a gearbox, promising faux downshifts and stepped acceleration to distract from the hard-working four-banger. But straight-line acceleration is all bark and barely a nibble. We did see improvement in the stopping numbers. In the 70 mph braking test, the new HR-V came to a halt in 172 feet, 8 feet shorter than the last one. Like many small SUVs, the previous HR-V offered all the driving pleasure of a Home Depot lumber cart. The new HR-V may not be super quick, but it's light and cheery on the road, feeling connected while still cushioning choppy pavement. This is thanks to the multi-link rear suspension, which replaces the torsion beam setup of the previous generation. The body also uses more adhesive for increased rigidity. Aluminum components reduce weight front and rear, and the front suspension rides smoothly on a low-friction damper mount. The steering, too, is vastly better than the previous cars and feels light but not flimsy. The driving experience was notably better subjectively, but that was not borne out when the HR-V was making circles at the limit on the skid pad. There, the 2023 vehicle pulled 0.80 grams, whereas the previous model did 0.84. We got behind the wheel of the HR-V expecting a dutiful but joyless driving experience. What we found was a charming small machine that could use a bit more push to keep from being pushed by fast-moving tractor-trailers, but made a willing and encouraging road trip companion. Big windows, easy-to-read displays, an attractive and comfortable interior, and a pliable chassis are the HR-V's defining characteristics. This is still a vehicle designed to solve the basic problem of transportation,